Hello, everyone. Welcome to United Adventure Company's first YouTube stream. We are live here today and so excited for all of you to join us on our new home, the new home of our YouTube channel. And if you've been hanging out with us, you saw the beautiful logo that was created today by our very own Jesse Craig. Matches and so many others, character names that he goes by. So thank you so much for this beautiful logo. It's an awesome logo, and we couldn't be happier with it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to my mother, and thank you to everyone who made it possible for me to be here today. I appreciate it, and I love you all.
Oh, and we love you too. We love you too. Hey, why don't you plug your channel and everything that Charisma Kills does while we're talking about your art? I mean, you do more than like this show, right? So tell us about yourself and where we can find more about you and see your beautiful artwork.
Well, I'm a Libra, and I don't know, am I a Libra? I'm not sure, but yeah. Well, I'm Jesse Craig, aka Matches and Eagle Rabbit, and sometimes they call me other names too that are kind of bad, but they don't usually get repeated here. But you can check out, I'm a cartoonist, commercial artist, and I've recently gotten to designing tabletop role-playing games. You can check everything out on my website, that is charismakills.com. That gives you you can access all of my social media, as well as comics and other projects that we do, as well as the new weird game, role-playing game that I'm working on, hopefully going to be out this year. And then the YouTube, where I do art videos and we post some stuff for weird up there as well. It's called Charisma Kills TV. And I've got like so much going on in my headphones, it's crazy.
Are you listening to the stream while you're listening to the music in the background
and something else?
And something else. Wow, awesome.
But I'm fixing to end it all, except this one, of course.
Well, Jesse, we love having you here on United Adventure Company. It's awesome to have you here. You're a wonderful addition to the company, and we don't know how we would do this without you. Especially with Weird. Like, we could not play Weird without you, like literally, because you wrote the game. So it's...
Okay, my full concentration is here now. All right. Yes, thank you, Billy. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, everyone. It's I've had a lot. I've had a lot of fun with you guys, running games, playing games, and now especially that games have kind of become like a job for me almost. So happy for you guys to be a part of it and to be a part of what you guys do.
Awesome. Well, hey, so a few things about United Adventure Company. How about that? Thanks, Jesse, for everything that you do for us, including this beautiful logo that we have now. We'll talk a little bit more about that, the inspiration behind it, and where you can see more of it coming up in just a little bit. But you know, the United Adventure Company been around since early 2020. 6 of us were playing D&D around a table, and then everybody knows what happened in early 2020. We could no longer be hanging out together, so we decided we would play on Roll20. And then one of our members, RB Plays, who has a channel himself, said, hey, you know, if we streamed this, people might watch it. And we were like, okay, so people might watch it. And people might not watch it, but whatever. We're still going to have fun and play our game. And we did. And we started dual streaming Twitch and YouTube. And then we chose Twitch. And we were there until today. As of today, we are no longer streaming on Twitch. A ton of reasons, but the biggest one is it's easier to have all your content in just one place. Then you don't have to download it and then upload it and all that crap. It's just easier. So all of our stuff is here in one place on this YouTube channel. I know if you've been around with us a while, you're like, but you guys already had a YouTube channel. Yeah, we did. But we decided to make this a standalone channel for all of the live streams and everything else. Just the other one was under RB Plays account, and we wanted to make something United Adventure Company specific as we are growing. So that's why we made a new channel. That's why we're here now. We play a ton of games, including Delta Green, the world's most popular tabletop role-playing game that we can't call by name, Call of Cthulhu, Jinkies, Tales from the Loop, Ghostbusters, Weird, Morkborg, or how do you say it?
Merkburge.
Merkburge.
And I probably butchered it too. So
sound like I should be saying that with like a fancy piece of cheese in my hand.
Why do I know? Why do I know?
No, not that. Why can't you say why can't you say that name?
Oh, that name that we can't mention. I was thinking the same thing.
Technically, you're not supposed to say the full name of that game because it's trademarked and they can actually come after you for it. I know, right? It's a little crazy.
That sounds like some bullshit.
It is some total BS. I agree.
Okay, so yeah, D&D.
I think
that's
you'll
what we
be
play.
okay because all of Twitch and YouTube would be in prison right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also just kind of a fun little dig at Wizards of the Coast to say the most popular game because we can't say the name, you know. So anyway,
okay.
So there's that. There's always that. That's always fun.
I will say that I figured out the Merkburge thing because I watched the Women's European Handball League. It is a great game.
What?
And one of the players for Sweden, her name is Merk, but I was always kept calling her Mork, right? And then I watched this whole handball is fun. Watch it.
And apparently it can teach you how to say words in different languages. So there you go.
Yes.
It's educational and fun. Go do it, kids. Also, you can join our Discord to hang out with us away from stream and get that in your life because it's very important that you hang out with us to get all of the info about the stream, the channel, players, everything that we do. What else? What am I forgetting? Oh, yeah. There's that little thing called a Patreon page that we also started along with this YouTube channel. And I got to give big thank you to our first two Patreon members. So Aaron and Nathan, thank you so much for supporting us on the Patreon. The Patreon page is one of the many ways you can support us financially by helping us buy modules and pay for software that helps us run the game and all kinds of stuff. So helps us keep our website up. We have a website now. We have a web page. It's just a landing page right now. We're filling it in with content. So
It is literally nothing. It just says coming soon.
yeah, we're working on the content side of that and the links and stuff. So
We have a domain name. That's what we have.
yes. So if you're watching this and you want to see more of our games and find out more about what we're doing, first thing you need to do right now is go subscribe to our channel. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button on this video and then ring the bell on our channel to get notified every time we go live or post new content. So a lot of our games that we play, we do post live. We do them all live streams. But some of them we may record as special versions for Patreon members or for later playbacks when maybe people can't make it to the table to play. So we've had that happen a couple of times. And rather than give out a week with no content, we will post something up. So have I rambled on enough about the channel and the things that we're doing? Oh, buy the merch. Yeah, we have merch too. As things come up in the chat, I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably talk about that. I don't have a script, y'all.
Yes. Do you need clothes? Are you someone that wears clothes, specifically shirts, things of that nature? If you answered yes, then clothes are available as merchandise.
This is true. Do you drink coffee? Do you need a new vessel to drink your coffee out of? Because we have those as well with our logos, with the Nautiloid on. How would you like to drink Nautiloid coffee? Wouldn't that be
And
pretty
coffee.
awesome? Yeah.
Coffee can also be clothes. They can be accessories.
I mean, you could wear coffee, I suppose.
Earrings.
I would
coffee
rather drink it.
earrings.
I'm gonna drink my coffee.
I too would rather drink coffee.
I don't want to wear it, especially if it's hot. That sounds bad.
It does. It really
Like-
does.
Don't put hot coffee on me, bro.
No, don't put cold coffee on me either, because then that's just sticky and gross. What's going on in the game world? I know. Why don't y'all talk a little bit about what's happening in the Welcome Home campaign while I do some behind the scenes stuff.
Well, Matches is getting closer and closer to ruling the world. So, as a matter of fact, he could just like not do anything right now, and the whole party could die, and he could be the ultimate hero in this situation.
The whole party could die.
Oh no. The whole party's gonna die. What? They already have, hint, hint.
But he nubs his party members, most of them. So
Well,
he's going to go and attempt to save you.
that's assuming we make our death saves.
Yes.
We may not.
3 to go, 3 death saves to go. You are wet and freezing. And there is a large squid-shaped spaceship coming that's about to start shooting 3 cannons everywhere. So
Nice. Nice. Well,
make
don't
sure
worry.
make sure you have your party flag on, so I know who not to shoot.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! Friendly fire is not turned off in
It's-
this game.
It's fine. No, yeah, and those of us that are not matches all are gonna have to have spare characters ready to go because nobody wants to start a game of D&D, immediately fail your death saves, and then go, oh, I don't have another character ready to play.
This is
Yes,
true.
because Matches will need another crew if you all die.
I have my backup character ready. She is ready to go, and
Can she shoot
Matches-
a cannon?
Matches is going to love her.
Awesome.
She's gonna
Awesome.
love Matches.
If
Awesome.
that
Wait a
becomes a
minute.
thing.
Well,
I mean, as a player, you can choose to fail your death saves if you want it.
No, you can't actually. I looked up that rule. You cannot choose to fail your death saves. Because just like a poison, you have no control over it. Right? So you actually can't choose to fail a death save by rule.
Or, I mean, you could choose to fail your death saves or make the dungeon master's life domestic situation hell.
I mean,
Nah.
that's one option. That's one option. No, that's okay. My other character she is ready to go. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I don't want any of them. Matches doesn't want any of them to die, so. But if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Y'all, I gotta share some of the comments that have come through this past week on our page. Necromance if you want to. You can bring the dead dogs to life. But you better beware, because if you don't beware, those dead dogs, they will bite.
Where did this comment come from?
Our YouTube page. It's came from Badwolf73 a week ago watching the reruns of the Weird Game,
Oh, okay.
Newsome game.
Bad Wolf.
I was like, you know what? I recall being in a game with undead dogs just not too long ago.
Yeah, so think of that as the safety dance music, and you know, I won't do it again because the tune might be too close. So. And then here's another one. I will never look at lard the same way again. Not sure what that one's from. Oh, that was from Merkbarg.
Oh, yeah, it
Burger.
was. It was. Yeah. Okay, so giving a little bit of something away here, but
Oh, the lard. Okay.
when Impossible Landscapes is wrapping up, I think that somebody named Nathan has offered to run some more Mork Borg for us.
No way. That's awesome.
Yes.
Shotgun.
I'm sure that there will be shotguns. I'm sure.
All right. No, I'm playing.
No, I don't think there aren't shotguns
All
in
right,
that
that'll
world.
be
I want
Wednesday
to play-
nights at 7. So yeah,
I want to play a Dead God's Prophet.
there you go. Roll your character because guess what? Tomorrow night is the last episode of Impossible
Tomorrow- yep.
Landscapes.
You know how easy it is to make a character? You open up, go to the website, and go to the character generator and go blip.
Oh yeah, the Scum Birther. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
And if you don't like that, there's a button that says kill this character.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
That is
Make it
awesome.
blah, blah.
It's super easy to roll one up too if you want to make one from scratch.
Yep.
It is awesome.
I keep forgetting to order the book. Anyone out there listening from my house or close to me, remind me to order that book later.
Why does it say Extreme Health?
But yes,
looking at
there will
our,
be some more Borg. The problem, of course, is going to be that I think that there are far more people who want to play than there are spots at any one
well, here's the
particular
thing.
game.
If,
So
if people want to play and there's that much popularity of it, I will sit out and I'll just run the stream because it'll be easier to do that. And then, hi, doggo. I'll just run the stream for it, and then that'll give a spot for somebody else to play. Not that I don't enjoy it, I do, but also I want to make sure that people have an opportunity to play.
yeah.
Hi, dog. I think dog needs something. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. I don't know. Figure something out. I'm too
Oh, I
Okay.
can say something. I can say something that I forgot to say earlier when I was
Do
doing
that.
my introduction. Okay, well, so Charisma Kill Studios and myself are going to be in Mississippi Saturday at CoastCon 44, where we will be doing test plays of Weird. So if you're in the Biloxi area, or if the Biloxi area is a decent drive for you, or if you would just drive that far to test play Weird, which I'm so appreciative of, we will be there. The first game starts at 11, and it's called The Reunion, and the second game starts at 2:30. It is called Return to Newsom, and the third game is The Witch of Hollywood, and I believe
Ooh.
that starts at 4 or something. I don't know.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Jesse.
Yes,
How are you gonna fit those games into that time frame?
they are massively compacted. Whoa, they are just like there's one witch, all right? That's what it's called, The Witch of Hollywood. So, it's been turned into just all the mysteries and everything has been shaved completely off of it, and it's only like me. I don't want to give it all away, so.
Oh, no, you don't have to. It's like when we played, and I know it's been different for every group, but when you ran it for me, Billy, Rick, and Brian, and all of those games took a long time because I guess we're all a little,
We love the
Role play heavy?
Yeah, we love the role play.
yeah.
They have been stripped down to the very base plot and custom designed specifically for a convention. So, as a matter
Gotcha.
of fact, the Awakening of Newsom was originally designed for a convention demo, and I added on to it. So,
Okay. Cool. It's too bad we
Yes.
won't be able to see what happens.
True. But if y'all don't show up, and then maybe if we need to fill in with a one shot somewhere that's guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but supposed to only last 3.5 hours, I can run one of those one day.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's awesome. Everybody that's in that part of the country should go.
Oh, we'll also be in Contraflow in New Orleans this year too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, I believe that is in October, maybe November. I don't have the official dates on that yet. But...
Okay. Cool. Well, good luck with that.
If y'all ever want to go on vacation to New Orleans. So.
Interesting.
It's a fun town.
I've been once, and it was an interesting experience. I didn't get to stay very long.
Yes, just don't do half of the things the tourists say to do. You know, the whole don't go eat the $30 4-inch po' boy. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't anyway, but you know.
They go. This is the world. This is where po' boys originated, in this one restaurant, and this is the home of the original po' boy, of the original monster po' boy, right? And then you get it, and it's like a fucking biscuit cut in half, and
there goes the puppy, Dad.
Oh.
I will be right back because Balder is outside barking.
Oh, hey, Diamond. Yes. Major props on the new logo. Absolutely. Hey, Diamond, you're always a great resource. Let me know if there's any issues with the stream out there, audio, video, anything like that. Since this is our first YouTube stream, I am getting a couple errors on the back end of YouTube, and I just am curious if the stream health looks fine to users or to viewers, because it's telling me that we have a buffering error that we might be having. So let me know if there's any issues out there, anything I might need to adjust on this back end.
I have people here watching too, and
Nobody's
maybe
said anything.
No one said anything, but they could be on. Never mind, I won't say it.
Well, I don't see any other participants in the user log, so let me do this. Let's talk about this. Sound good, looks good. Okay, maybe it's just YouTube being picky about
What's wrong?
I'm getting some back end YouTube errors, like saying the stream health isn't what it should be. I think it's just fussing at me. It says currently keyframes are not being sent often enough. Please.
Well,
I don't know what that even means. So
I will say that the video quality on YouTube's side is a little low.
Yes, I've noticed that as well. But that could be because somebody's dropping frames somewhere. Who knows?
And that's kind of what the error is saying, that I'm dropping frames. The current keyframe frequency is 8.3 seconds. Note that ingestion error can cause incorrect group of picture sizes, meaning we're dropping frames. I don't know how to change that. I don't even know where to go to. Like, I've checked all my settings in the stream. It could be something that I can't change while we're live.
That might be it too. That's going to be an OBS Googling thing, I think.
Probably. So we'll work the bugs out, for that. And but on the OBS side, I've got nice green light, says stream health is healthy. No issues. So I don't know. I think it's just YouTube being picky.
So it's got all its fingers and toes.
Yeah, it's just burping a lot. Anyway, so yeah, this is the new channel, and I'll throw up. Bump, bump. See, that's what it looks like without a background. It's kind of tough to, kind of blends into everything.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna throw the
I don't
logo
know.
up and on the background. I want to see what it looks like on the stream side without a background behind it.
Oh, okay.
And then I can add background. Don't make source visible. Okay. Put it there and then make that visible. Oh, I can't because this isn't okay. I can't do that. Oh well. Error. Yep, I keep getting a bunch of YouTube errors. Not sure why.
Diamond says if we're small enough, we look fabulous.
If we're small.
No, Diamond is the one that looks fabulous. Diamond.
I mean, I could make us.
You should join us in the Zoom
yeah,
call.
Come join the Zoom call, Diamond. You're more than welcome. See if that adds any stream drop to the. Let's see. We got some emojis down here. Ooh, that's right. We can make custom emojis now.
You know, it does look a little grainy-ish.
I think what I might do.
Like I widescreened it, like full screened it, and it looks a little grainy-ish. And
Yeah, I mean on my laptop, even small, it's grainy.
and then I went like dark all of a sudden, but I don't think that's.
Hmm.
Hold on. Ooh, let's see.
I do kind of see the logo down there in the corner.
Yeah, I see it.
I see it really well on the stream when it's full screen. Huh.
Sherry says you look dark, Jesse.
I do. I look really dark. It looks different from the Zoom call. Like the Zoom call is nice and bright, and you can see a little reflection in my glasses and such.
Yeah, but then
But on YouTube, it's like dark. Oh, look, I waved it away. You saw that?
Yeah, you did. You waved the darkness out.
I did. I went like this, and it started to go away.
Oh, now
That was
it
nice.
says stream health is excellent. Now it says, and just like that, stream health is poor. So we've got something going on with a connection.
Yeah, just so you know, that was not CGI. I really waved that away.
Yes, you did. Indeed. Diamond asks, any big announcements that I missed?
We have a new logo.
Yep, we do have a new logo, but you saw that probably in the Discord. We have a Patreon page. Does not look grainy on the iPad, not dark anymore. Yep. Jesse's brightened up. Yes, and don't know if you know, Diamond, but we're on YouTube now. That is kind of a big announcement that we are now on YouTube. What else? What other big announcements do the website? I think everything that we announced tonight you already knew about, Diamond. There's a new game on Friday nights. We're going to be playing tomorrow night's the last night for Impossible Landscapes. We'll be playing Merkberg after that, I think.
Yes.
Saturday. Oh, what's that?
What's on Friday?
A new Delta Green game that Aaron's running for us.
That's right.
And then this Saturday, Diamond's group starts the next phase of Tyranny of Dragons campaign. So we start Rise of Tiamat on Saturday at noon. Jesse, I need you to wave your arms around again, because when you did that, the stream health went perfect, and then when you stopped it.
Hold on.
Let's see if it works. Oh, wow, I totally misspelled that. I have to go into Stream Elements and fix that. Really do.
Didn't work.
Nope.
What'd you do?
I misspelled a word in the timer. If you look in the chat, you'll see it.
Well, good job.
I know, right? Me,
Billy
misspell a word.
Burkett.
Hey, use that.
There we go. Now it takes it a second to catch up, though.
I think it's actually a hashtag.
No. This is the exclamation point.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it actually. I'm like, who the hell keeps plugging my YouTube channel in here? But no, that's my name because I'm actually logged into my YouTube, watching this on YouTube. So,
Wow, that's
Yeah.
kind of meta.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, somebody's spamming the hell out of my channel down there. It's really not because it's not doing anything. It's just saying my YouTube channel's name, waiting for me to type
Yep.
something. So that happened.
Yep. See, so there you go. There's the Billy Broke chat command. So now we have that as a chat command. Anytime anything goes wrong with the stream, you can use that, and I'll fix it because I can fix it. What else? What else? Big announcements: the YouTube, the logo, the new games that we're going to be playing.
Oh, I have a question.
Sure.
Jesse.
I did
The
not-
next weird module.
Yes. What's your question?
What's a synopsis that you can tell us that doesn't give any spoilers?
Oh, well, I actually might have that part written up, but I will tell you it's all in the name. It's the name of the module is called Fish Bait. And I can tell you we've had 2 sessions so far because the first one was a character creation session. Because we do the test plays here in like person round table, the initial ones, and then it moves on.
Mhm.
And it's vicious. We have 2 characters hospitalized, 1 NPC almost taken out. I'm liking the changes that were made to the system to make combat more deadly. So
Okay. So
Okay.
you've made actual like system changes since we've played.
yeah, I don't know how much change, how many. Yeah, yes, I did. Yes. Let's just go with that answer. Yes.
Okay.
So-
All right.
Right on.
Oh, let me see if I can. Okay, obviously you'll be playing the same characters. It'll take place a couple of months. Let's see. Y'all stopped. It was tourist season. Oh, it'll almost be a whole year before you in-game time that this takes place. So
Well, I think Sarah's going to need that time to recover a little bit.
yeah, and it takes place on the lower part of the St. Cambian Island, on that island called Harp, with the state park and the animal reserve and stuff like that. The Coast Guard station.
Does it have to do with sharks? Is that why it's fish bait?
Oh, I don't know. Let me check my memos here because I have a lot of memos.
Damn, dude.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about sharks, so it could be a big one.
Interesting.
That's right. I've got a lot of freaking memos.
I see that.
From your Delta Green game to Homecoming to Weird to
Yeah, and I do have to say, as far as the Delta Green game that I ran, I am so glad we did not stream it because that module is a piece of trash. I'm just saying.
I think what got me the most is that here I am, like, as a person, I actually know some things about radiation and stuff like that. So as a player. And so I'm sitting here trying to rack my brains with all these charts, and like none of it is making any sense at all. And then come to find out that
It doesn't matter
it
anyway.
didn't fucking matter anyway. And I'm the physicist. So that's my only job, right? Is to look at these charts to figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So it wouldn't matter how well I did my job as a physicist because I would never have figured it out because it never made beep sense.
Nope, it didn't. It didn't.
Since we're talking
I
about
mean-
Delta Green, I'll make the logo green.
And it was just it's kind of hot trash for those of you who are listening in. I'm talking about Jack Frost. It's Delta Green module, and it is hot trash. So there are so many problems with that module. I won't even go into all of it right here, but we did not run it for the stream because we had a player who didn't want to be streamed, and I was okay with that. Oh, hey, Gina. So we had somebody who didn't want to be streamed, so we didn't stream the game, even though we were kind of thinking we might. But the further we got into it, the more I was glad we didn't stream it because it was bad. It was really bad. I mean, and it was like, oh, you can't let the players do such and such. You have to keep them on this track. And by the way, there's the psycho dude that's running the whole operation, and his little babysitters are how you keep it in line. And I'm like, okay. And I just...
Yeah, I had an issue with that NPC as well. I'm like, wait a minute, why are you being such an overt jackass? We're all in the same team trying to accomplish the same mission. It's like
Yeah.
that character deserved the shooting I gave him.
Yeah.
100%.
That's right.
Just like his
I
friends.
shot that fool in the face at almost point blank range. Probably the only useful thing I did in the entire game, by the way. And then, Billy's character went insane and took him out of the cockpit of the helicopter on the way out. So
Hey, I've
Teamwork.
warned him.
Well, we know to keep Billy away from helicopters now. That's what we've learned. And I have to keep that in mind
Don't give me a
for Aaron's game, because if there are any helicopters involved, yeah, you have to stay way far away from Billy's character in that game if that's the case.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say about it is the one thing that, because for all its flaws, I'll tell you, I did have fun. You know, I enjoyed playing with you guys, so I don't regret it. So don't take it that way. But I will tell you that the one thing that really got what can I say here? Well, it just really got on my nerves about it was that my character, like, in her background, she builds like antimatter engines. She's built UFOs, anti-gravity devices, all these secret weapons and stuff. However, my character did not have engineering.
Yeah.
She
and that's
also
a pre-generated character, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so
And
I
the
just
other-
teach physics. I don't really do it, right?
apparently, and like she's a member of the military, a member of the Air Force, and comes with base in firearms. I'm like, what? Even their scientists are gonna know how to use a freaking firearm. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I did have a nice coat. It was under my equipment list. A nice coat. I'm a freaking super secret scientist with the Men in Black, and I have a nice coat. I don't know how to use a screwdriver, but I can build an antimatter engine.
And you look good doing it.
Yeah,
That's, the coat that you look good doing it.
it's okay. I mean, I'm glad everybody had fun in that game, but once again, I'm glad that I did not stream it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that was a frustrating game for you to run too, because of all the hiccups and side tracks that we tried to do, and you had to try to steer us back on to the plot.
Yeah, I'll say that might have had a little bit to do with it too, because
Yeah, keeping the bunch of y'all on track was like, and I'm gonna say right here and now, Jesse was the best behaved out of anybody in that group
What?
I felt
by
like,
a lot. By a lot.
No.
Yes.
I don't know. I read my character's background. I studied the character sheet, because I went into it going, we do a bunch of just like grab ass crap and make fun of stuff all the time when we play. And this feels like this is a serious game. It's going to be like Lindsay's second game, I believe it was. I don't remember, but so I'm going to be good. I'm going to role play and I'm going to be good. And then it was like everyone else was like, trying to kill each other to see who could go insane or die the fastest.
I know, right?
Yeah. I'm
like, oh hey, when the GM says at the very beginning of the scenario, do you touch it? And your answer is, hell yes, I touch it. Then you know that things are about to get bad.
Oh yeah. I'll just touch it. I'll put my face in it and blow. Some shit like that.
Basically.
He didn't do that. He didn't do that, by the way.
No.
It would have been awesome if he did.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
Well, next time you get the chance, motorboat the UFO throne.
Yeah.
Just saying. Who says that?
See, Jesse said it. That's who said it.
Just me? I'm the only one?
Yes, I think you're the only one.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's okay though. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with Aaron's game now.
I mean, who knows, right?
Dude's crazy, and and I will tell him to his face that I said that. So that's not, me. So his game, I'm just like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Given some of the people who seem the most sane write the craziest shit. If you ever have the chance to place in something that Nathan himself wrote, you should do it because he's sick and twisted. I'm just saying.
He's such a good guy, though. I mean, he's so innocent.
He's so pretty. He's pretty.
He's such a sweet boy.
Where
are you, Nathan?
Okay, you should no, seriously, we ought to get him to run the Call of Cthulhu module that he wrote for the channel so that y'all could see what I'm talking about. And you're like, oh my god, you wrote this? Like, what?
Nice.
That's okay. That's
something too that we could play soon is some Call of Cthulhu.
It's true. And I will just say that I appreciate this about all of you. You all write your own content, and that is hard. That is hard to do.
Yeah. Writing content's not easy. Especially for a homebrew campaign that is epic length. Like the Welcome Home campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because so much can happen.
What is hard for me is to write the small games that need to be one shot's done and we want to be start and finish in 3 hours. I'm like, oh my god,
that is equally difficult.
That is extremely hard for me because I like to tell the story and I like to have all the details figured out and everything, and it's really hard for me to do that. But I'll do it. Damn it.
Yeah, the Plague of Fluxentine game was actually pretty easy for me to write. It was a perfect 5 episode, 5 chapter story arc. It was a nice little quick and easy story. That was a fun one to run and write.
And you've had 2 other groups want to play it since then.
2 groups play it, and a spin-off campaign has kicked up off of that game, set in the same world as Welcome Home, just in a different timeline. So, the world that I created was popular enough that people wanted to play in it outside of that little game. So, that's pretty cool.
Well, if you ever need notes on the size of matches, future army and things like that, let me know.
Okay,
since you're playing in the future, I'll go ahead. I'll fill you in on how matches would rule that world. So because we know he's gonna do it right.
He flew away with 7 hit points. Of course, he's gonna live forever.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that.
He's the smart one.
Let's talk about that BS for a minute.
Yeah. What BS? Oh, the epic number of bad decisions we made on Saturday?
Yeah, epic number of bad decisions that y'all chose to make.
Basically every single decision we made was stupid. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to preface this by saying, player Lindsay knew that the stuff that Brata was doing was stupid. But because Brata is stupid, it made sense for her to do them anyway. But like running out across the ice, like what the fuck? Seriously, that is an obvious trap.
Okay, yeah. So was it to anybody else? Was it like, was that obviously a trap to y'all?
Well, honestly, it's not something Matches would have done, but I, as a player, just had him do it because we were already committed to it, and because you already knew Matches is playing. Matches is wanted to go over the wall and hit the big house,
Yep.
very quiet like, and do this whole thing very stealthily, but because he said, if we take that tower and they get alerted and everyone knows we're there, they're all going to concentrate on us and that little thing.
And what did they do?
Oh, well, they're all making death saves and Matches is back at the house.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, Matches almost died. It's just that Matches GTFO. And it's like Rick was sitting there saying, and Vale he's sitting there saying, oh, this is a bad idea. We need to leave. And then he sticks around until he gets killed. I mean,
Right?
like, come on, man. Like, and the tower was taller than the gate, right? It was definitely one of those things where it was like, okay, he could have jumped out of the tower over the gate and out and ran off, and he didn't.
And it would have been a soft landing because it's snow. There was no risk to jumping off the tower for damage. It was 25 feet into a soft snowbank of a landing. So there was literally zero chance of getting injured. Well, I won't say zero, but very, very small chance of getting injured. Right? So, but he did it and he didn't jump.
And then it's like, okay, and then another decision that I made that I knew was dumb as a player, but I did it anyway. When Brata was in the tower, right, and the guard had run down, and it was like the last guy that was still alive in this tower, and he runs down to leave the tower, and Brata meets him in the hallway. So, he seems real inept, and he like stabs a spear into the wall and whatever. And then Matches yells for Brata, and I'm sitting there, player Lindsay sitting there thinking, okay, if I don't kill this guard, he's going to run off and alert the entire compound, right? But then I was also like, Brata's going to think he's not a threat and that she needs to go and help her friends. So I was like, well, player me knows it's dumb, but I'm going to do it anyway and let it go. I mean, GM, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but would they have known as quickly as they did if I had managed to take that guard out before he left the tower and ran off? Or did they already know we were there?
They did not know that you were there by that point. Like, no, you would have stood a much better chance.
Well, I'm sure the dinosaur busting up through the ice would have alerted him eventually.
A guard patrol might have come down to investigate that, but that's also not completely unheard of, right? So could have been an animal that walked across the ice, right? So maybe a guard patrol of 4 would have shown up to check that instead of 25. Soldiers.
The entire compound.
Yeah. I think, and look, I had fun. I had a great time. It was cool, and I can't wait to play it again. But I think if we would have snuck around, and I think I said this after the game too. If we would have snuck around, especially with Tux having Black Razor, and then there's Brata, and then there's Vale, we would have did little guerrilla hits within melee range and stuff. We would have just been meat grinders, just going through and quietly
Oh yeah, you guys totally could have. Diamond says it was a great episode of great TV, very entertaining. It was.
It definitely had some of my favorite visuals in it. I felt like the whole I don't know, putting the jetpack on Brata and she flying Matches and herself.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That was awesome. And then
I was hearing some John Williams music shit going on up here.
Exactly, man. It was really great. The creativity that y'all displayed. even through the poor choices that were made. Like the creativity of role playing was really up there, and I tried to match it with the descriptions of what was going on, and it just, what I loved about the way that battle went is it grew. It got harder and harder. It got bigger. It like built this climax, and
Oh yeah, it was a challenge. I enjoyed it.
I know that we talked a little bit afterwards, and y'all felt that it was not a, too hard. Like the choices that were made were what made it a little difficult.
Yeah, I think that was a winnable situation for us, but we just made a lot of really stupid decisions along the way. And it's like some of them were obviously just dumb decisions, right? Like, oh, let's go in around the gate on the ice. Like and then once again, Vale's sitting there saying, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. And then we're all like, no, we're just gonna stand here and keep fighting. Right?
Yeah.
And, like watching all these people, file in, Bratas continuing to fight, even though vastly outnumbered. And that's because Brata would have just kept fighting. I know as a player that I could have broke and run at one point while I still was not surrounded. I would have taken a couple of opportunity attacks, but I could have taken it at the time.
Yeah.
And still I stood there and fought anyway.
Yeah, it was a great battle. I really enjoyed it. It was really cool thinking about, like, because I'm a very visual kind of player. So my mind is, I'm always just imagining everything that's going on. Just like giant Brata, like going through and
it was great. Like you cast a large on Brata.
Yeah, like swiping at these guards, and then she has an Eldridge cannon up on her shoulder, like shooting stuff independently of her, like boom, boom, and she's rah, rah.
Mecha Brata.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the first decision that y'all made that is questionable, which was to go in alone, just the four of you, against what you knew was a well-armed, well-defended position. You knew that you were outnumbered.
I think Jesse lost audio.
Yeah, it looks like it. But you all knew there were 115, 120 people in that compound minimum. But you chose not to take any of the Githyanki warriors with you.
Exactly. And that was like basically the first dumb decision we made, which was,
yes, and I'll take blame for that, because I specifically, as a player, I'm like, let's leave all these soldiers behind because I'm tired of sitting on this ship. Let's go fight.
Well, Captain.
Nope.
That wasn't Matches' thinking. That was Matches' thinking.
Yeah.
And then it was, okay, well, do we just go in the front? No, let's walk around on the ice. And I mean, even after the game, and I don't know if you said it while we were on stream or not, but you said that we probably would have gotten further just walking in the front gates.
Yeah, you probably would have stood a better chance just walking through the front door and meat grinding your way through the big house, right? Because where y'all chose to go actually was near some of the soldiers' housing. The rest of the complex is all craftsperson housing. But where you all chose to go in is near the front gate, but far enough away where a direct assault isn't going to get it. They'll have time to alert the troops and bring them out, and I tried to use a lot of strategy and tactics with the bad guys. Like I really tried to use tactics and strategy with them so that they weren't just these idiots running into battle, right? And they used their spells wisely and fought in formations, and they had a plan. They executed their plan, and their plan worked. They were going to kill or capture you. And so far, 3 of you are making death saves. They'll let one get away. That's fine. He's alone in their mind. He's running for his life. He's alone because you came in on foot.
Yep.
So they don't know any better at this point of what could be happening. So
Well, I thought you did an excellent job, and I mean, I will always be happy with there being a challenge to the game, right? Um, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm a fan of the bad guys not acting like the Marx Brothers or something.
yeah, and I am too. And sometimes they are though, right? Sometimes the bad guys are just bumbling idiots. Sometimes. But that can't be every combat every time with this game. So we'll see what happens.
And that's one of the complaints I hear about fifth ed pretty frequently, actually, is that the players tend to not be challenged. They tend to be superheroes who can basically just do whatever they want, walk in the front door, kill everybody, and there is no fear. Like, there is no sense of, well, I need to stop and think through what I'm doing and not be basically a doofus and just walk in there and be like, oh, what am I doing here? I can just take anything I want, you know? So it's nice to have a D&D combat where you don't take it for granted that you just walk in and blow everybody away and it's like not really a real challenge.
Absolutely. I mean, I've played in so many games, especially like 5th edition modules, not stuff that people written, but like actual modules.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've said it before, Tomb of Horrors. Tomb of Horrors 5th edition, I don't think that I was ever at any time in danger. Like, never. And that's supposed to be one of the hardest modules you can ever play. And we killed the freaking Lich in 2 rounds. And I was like an 18th level monk, right? And I took the damn mage out practically like in that second round. One person did like 4 points to it. I came around just flurry of blows and key points, just and just fuck that dude up. Excuse me.
3 kittens.
I think that was worth a kit.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
So if your characters don't make your saving throws for your death saving throws, you have something already lined up ready to go, right?
I do.
So we will have to see what happens in a couple of weeks when we get back to Welcome Home. That should be interesting.
Oh, so y'all finished Horde.
Yes, we finished Horde. We did.
But you're going to keep playing.
Yes, so we're going to move to the next module in the series, which is Tyranny of Dragons is the name of the series. And Rise of Tiamat is the module. So, sorry, I kind of a brain fart there for a minute. Couldn't think of the word module.
Awesome.
So
yeah.
Y'all are... They actually crashed Skyreach Castle into the side of a mountain.
I was wondering about the castle. I played that module before, and I remember the castle.
Yeah, so it was a fun little thing. They were fighting, and
see, and now the only thing I can think is Howl's Moving Castle.
It's definitely, I think, was inspired by Howl's Moving Castle. I really do. Because it was a flying castle that was, powered by a giant, and
I have a hot take. That is the best Studio Ghibli movie. Period. I know lots of people don't agree with that statement, but Howl's Moving Castle is the best Studio Ghibli.
I won't argue with that.
I won't argue with that. It's really a good one. It's a good one for sure.
I can tell you what my people did with that castle, if you like.
Yeah, tell us what your folks did with that.
Well,
castle.
I was playing a character. His name was Felix. So he's a gnome. He's chaotic, good. He was a brewer and a tinkerer. He just loved to drink and he loved to brew beer and stuff. And he got hooked up. One of the other players was a druid that was also like a brewer, had brewer's tools. And then when we got this castle, we started a bar in the damn thing, right?
Of course you did.
So we had a bar going on in there. And wherever we flew the castle, people could come and drink and stuff. I was gonna get some roulette wheels in there, and we quit playing after that though. So
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the Horde campaign that we were playing, the Rise of Tiamat, one of the characters is actually a cleric of Bahamut and a dragonborn. And so here we are fighting the cult of the dragon, and he is a dragonborn of Bahamut that is sworn to defeat Tiamat and her cult. So they had to do a lot of creative things to hide, to disguise him, as it were. At one point in the campaign, they painted him green with like green paint, so he wouldn't look like a chromatic dragon, like, so, because he's just all shiny and pretty, and yeah, they did a
That's
lot.
funny.
They did a lot of fun stuff outside of the 5 sessions of travel that we had. That module was okay. They really could have done a lot to make it better.
yeah, that module, there was a lot of traveling in that. When I played it, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of travel, way too much, I think. And if I run it again, I'll cut a lot of that out. Gina
I think
says
it
she
really
has a
would
soft
just-
spot for Kiki's delivery. So, you know, I do too. That's a good one. Anyway,
Yeah, I just know that if you start talking Studio Ghibli and you say House Moving Castle's the best, most people show up and they're like, no, it's My Neighbor Totoro or Spirited Away or, you know, Princess Mononoke or something along those lines. And I'm just like, no, it's House. House is the best. I'm just saying.
I like them all. So
yeah.
I just watched shit, what was the one of the Valley of the Wind? Damn, what's her name? The character's name. It's her name. Screw it.
I don't remember.
It's old school, like
Did that one not work?
old school.
Huh. I got to check.
Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. That's an old one. It's good though.
Oh, that's why I used the wrong tag. On the Road Again should be the subtitle of Horde of the Dragon Queen. Absolutely. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, when I realized how much travel y'all were doing, I was like, wait, what? That sounds awful. like what the fuck, man? That's awful.
Lindsay
Yeah.
killed a kitten.
Oh, I kill kittens all the time. It's fine.
That could work. It just depends on your players. Like your players are really into like role playing those day-to-day things, and if your game master's into it and stuff, I can see that all that travel actually being really fun and having a lot of potential, but it is a lot of travel.
It's also just dragging, right? And it can really bog down the campaign. I got to a point where I was just like, okay, I'm done with the travel. We're going to do this episode, then you're going to be here, and we're done. And then I turned the page and went, shit, you've got another 700 miles of travel to the next adventure location. You know, and it's just
I
like,
think our game master sped the travel up too.
so it could have drug on a little further, but I'm glad it didn't. We'd still be on like the road right now. So yeah, we're gonna do Rise of Tiamat next, which should be a lot of fun. It was the second module. Horde of the Dragon Queen was the very first module for 5th edition. So that has a lot to do with its issues. What am I doing? Where am I? It just logged me into a game.
Oh, Wailing Portal, is that one of the modules?
What is
It's a
it?
tavern. It's a tavern, and there's a portal in the tavern, and
I
you
don't
go through.
Nope, that's not in Horde of the Dragon Queen.
No, it's a stand. It's a different.
Oh.
That one you go through a lot of modules that were remade for fifth edition,
Oh, right.
But it's-
Yeah. Gotcha.
and in that quest line you can do the module where you get Black Razor, and it all builds up to Tomb of Horrors being the last game.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Well, I said my character wasn't in danger. However, I will say that my character sex was switched out and alignment was reversed. So, but
little things.
that just made it. That just made my character an angry female monk. So,
Yes.
which was probably worse for the Lich.
Uh,
That's funny. Ah.
Oh yeah, those are system sounds because I'm sharing my desktop sound with music, so that's not anything I can do anything about right now because I'm just sharing my screen time so that we can have this music in the background. So yeah, Rise of Tiamat we'll start, and it's 9 chapters, so we're probably looking at about 10 to 12 episodes for that one.
Okay.
As well. I think we had 14 episodes of Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Y'all gonna have fun.
So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna be playing this one for a while as well. And we're 15 episodes, 16 tomorrow's 16th episode of Impossible Landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 of Welcome Home is on episode 14, I think. So
I don't
that'll be
remember.
36 episodes of that campaign. Holy cow, can you believe
Which
it?
I have a question for you. How far along are we on that one?
On
Like, how
Welcome
much more
Home,
do we have to go on Welcome Home? Yes.
Until
As
we get
much-
to 20th level.
I mean, the world can take
Yeah,
you to
well-
20, right? So yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to hurry up and make that happen before September then.
Anywhere from, I mean, in this main quest line, probably 5 to 6 episodes.
Okay.
That which would put characters probably level 14, 15, depending on what happens this next session with Welcome Home. Who dies and whatnot will be a lot of milestone hangs in the balance there as far as leveling goes, because that was a huge battle and there's a lot of experience to be gained in that. So I think y'all are 9.
Yes,
10.
I believe. No, are we 10?
Are y'all 10 now or 9?
Well, you told me to drop my new character at 10.
You're not supposed to say that on the stream.
Oh, somebody's playing favorites, I see.
No, because actually that battle is a milestone event. So
Oh, okay. I see.
so
Anybody who survives is gonna get 10th.
yes,
Gotcha.
if people survive, they'll get 10th. If people die, then their new characters will have to come in at 10th. So
Gotcha.
so yeah, that's kind of the way that's going, because that is a milestone event. And then so you've hit this, and then there's a couple other major events that take place before the final showdown, I guess you'd call it.
The final battle.
Yeah, the final. Well, it doesn't. Maybe it's not a battle. Maybe it's a treaty negotiation. Who knows? But there could be a lot that goes on in between there. So
Can you use Fireball in a treaty negotiation?
you can use Fireball anywhere.
Okay.
It just depends on how it's interpreted.
I'm there.
Right on. I mean, yeah, you can use. Remember, like I always say, you have access to it. So does the other side.
Well, okay.
Just remember that.
I'll make a memo of that right now.
Yeah. On a sticky note. What color is that sticky note? Red?
It's
Or
every
pink?
color.
Ew.
It's rainbow
Nice.
sticky notes.
It's the pink and it's the green and it's the blue.
All right. Well, I think this was a good test of the stream tonight, y'all. I really need to figure out what this error thing is, this keyframe frequency. And you figure that out. It probably has something to do with the bit rate on the stream side. Probably need to either increase it or decrease it. I'll do some Googling on that. And what are we, anything else? Do we want to talk about vampires?
It all depends.
Well, that's
I don't want-
the
I
new
don't
game
want-
that we're playing on Friday nights, the Delta Green game.
Well, we're
Oh.
gonna have to see what happens.
Yeah, because if it was World of Darkness vampire, I wouldn't even show up. I hate it.
Yes, we know how you feel about vampire.
And the funny thing is that Jesse, you're the guy that I'm like, if somebody's like, I need a player, I'm like, ask Jesse without even asking what the system is or what's going on. Just, oh yeah, Jesse will play.
I will play as long as it's not vampire or shit. What's that? Only pirates. The Seventh Sea. Seventh Sea.
Oh, okay.
Because I've only ever played. I've made so many characters for Vampire, and every time I've played Vampire, it's all been like, "Oh, the Lord Chancellor, Prince of this city, is hearkened over to this one," and it's like, this is. I'm here to drink some blood and kill people, man. I'm not here to fucking be part of the census and to pass notes to the prince of this and the prince of that. And, you know, I'm gonna drink some blood. I don't want to get dirty.
Nice.
Mage, I enjoyed Mage. I enjoyed Werewolf. So I'm just saying,
Yeah. So
could
what,
just be me.
what are some games that we could play? Because I know we've got a couple of weeks here
Oh, jeez.
on Tuesday nights between weird games. I've got a Call of Cthulhu module that we could run as a one shot.
Well, I could do. I don't have a Ghostbusters game ready, but I could do Ghostbusters. I do have Poe Cthulhu, Usagi Yojimbo, and I have Men in Black. Now, the Men in Black game, I seriously doubt it would be a one shot. It would take, I think with our group, it'd take minimum of 2 games. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Wolf is here.
don't sound too excited about that.
I'm totally. You could join the Zoom call and we could talk about the poor choices again. We had the poor choices conversation earlier.
That's true. It's true. Wolf could talk about their poor choices as well.
Huh.
And
I'm
all of us sit around and be
Googling
like,
this error.
yeah, we almost got TPK'd because we dumb.
That's okay. Star Wars. Yeah, we could probably play Star Wars. I have never run Star Wars. I've played it a long, long time ago.
2 of the other systems that people have been kicking around are Alien and Mothership, and then also Tales from the Loop. I still want to play that campaign, but it's just
Yes, I have
There
that.
tells a loop, sure.
I have
a
that
lot
ready
of
to go.
options, a
So
lot of options. I mean, y'all could run streams almost every night if you wanted to.
I mean, we could, but
I've
then-
kind of hit my limit on the number of games I can be in at one time.
definitely have to have some rest time.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't have to be involved in everything. I'd rather not be involved in everything.
Well, you can rest during the AMAs.
There you go.
Yeah, there's that, right?
There you go.
So I'm looking
It's
at
okay.
settings in here, trying to see what these errors are. There's so many things it could be.
It's probably like on that Venture Brothers episode. There's like one blinking red light somewhere.
Yeah, probably. So I think it's a
Well,
bitrate issue.
anybody in Chatland have any questions? Anything they want us to talk about? I know it'll take it a second to catch up there for them to respond, but
Well, see, Sherry mentioned Star Wars. We have the first and second edition West End game Star Wars and the D20 Star Wars.
Okay.
And I am fairly familiar with the rules. The West End Star Wars is going to play a lot like mechanically a lot like Ghostbusters because Star Wars was built on the Ghostbusters systems.
I did not know that.
huh,
Yep.
interesting.
Did
The
not know that.
Ghostbusters West End D6 system like started the whole D6 system thing. And Men in Black is based on that. But it is Ghostbusters is a really loose system, right? So like Men in Black and Star Wars, they're tighter versions of that. But you're
Okay.
still just rolling D6s. So if you know how to roll D6s, well, you got it.
Oh lord. The Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. So I've heard that it's supposedly actually a really good game, but it's just like, oh my god.
Why not? I mean, just saying.
There are just so many games. I don't want to have to learn a whole bunch more rule systems.
Yeah, there is that. Like learning new rule systems. So, here's the other thing. If people want to play games and want to stream it, but they're not able to like actually run the stream, that's cool. I can stream games for you and host your streams on our channel. And it would be totally cool to do that. So I don't have to be the only stream guy.
Well, and trusted GMs who have the OBS thing can do the thing as well. Those of us
Yes.
that
I'm set up to stream, and Lord Thorin is set up to stream. And Thorin also said that he specifically has Tuesdays off so he can stream for us on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
okay.
That's great. That is great.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all need to throw some one-shot ideas out there for Tuesdays.
Absolutely. Hey, all 7 of you that are in the chat and watching, go ahead and hit that like button right now and throw us up a sub if you're not already subbed to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. Hit it. I want to see those likes go up.
I did
Ding,
it
ding,
already.
ding.
I only see 3. There's 7 concurrent viewers and only 3 likes, which means 4 of you, I'm going to shame you, have not liked this video.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
liking
Gina. Lazying learning new systems and ask the GM repeatedly. Honestly, yes. Yes. And I'm of the mindset now that if I ever run a game and it's not a game that I can just tell somebody what to do in the moment, then that game is too complicated. Like, I would not pick up if I was new, like I had played the games I had played, and I had never played D&D before, and I picked up D&D and tried to play it now, I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? No, because it's just too complicated compared to like other games that you can play. Like basically everything that we play is simpler than D&D.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
It is the most complicated game we have in this gaming group.
Okay, so
By far.
there's a conversation we can have. That freaking article that I read the other day. Thank you. I now see 6 likes and 7 viewers, which means Stream Elements is the only one that hasn't liked our stream. So, and there are bots. So that's okay. There's an article that I read the other day. It said the 15 easiest tabletop role playing games. And do you know what number 5 or 6 was? Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And I'm like, That is not the easiest, one of the top 15 easiest to learn games, though. It's not.
But what really, really tilts the hand on that article is that number 2 was Pathfinder. And I'm like, who says Pathfinder's easier than D&D? Like, nobody.
Well, I think it all depends on who you are. Like I've been playing D&D since I was probably 8. All right. So I will say when I was younger, it probably took me 3-4 years to actually sit down and read all the books and learn all the rules and stuff. But now every edition of D&D that comes out, since it's based on that base
What
system,
happened to Zoom?
I mean,
There it is.
I don't have problems with them, but it's because that's the system that I was steeped in, I guess.
Maybe. Because I'm kind of the same way, but
I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it. My point is more along the lines of going back to what Gina said, that being lazy about learning new systems and just asking the GM what to do. And I feel like if a system is not so easy that you can't just sit down and do that, then the game is too complicated. And that's just my personal opinion. That's just how I feel about it, right? Like, I don't want to have to reread my character sheet every single time I'm playing a game because I can't remember what all I can do, for example. That sort of thing, you know? Whereas with like Delta Green, I've sat people down who have never played before as a brand new GM and as brand new players and said, here's your character sheet. Here are the few dice you roll. Here's what you do. And we could walk them through it, right?
And some of them still don't read the character sheets.
Yeah, well, you know. But then, you know, and then there's like
what are you
a
talking
game
about?
like Mork Borg when you literally have 4 stats. 4. That is it. And everything you roll is against those 4 stats. You don't have like a bunch of like crazy nonsense, you know, going on.
Yeah. This is true.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong at all with liking D&D or liking those sorts of systems. It's just that I personally prefer rules light. So, sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
It's okay. That's why we're here to talk about whatever. It's an AMA. Talk about whatever.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you. Like I can't see myself ever running GURPS again.
But I bought the book. I have it now.
I don't know. Do you really got to have GURPS players to play GURPS?
Yeah, you really do. You gotta have people who know GURPS to play GURPS because GURPS is a lot. The generic universal role-playing game system.
Yeah.
GURPS.
And then Rifts. Rifts is another one that I would probably not, as much as I loved that world, I don't know if that's ever one I would run again.
Stream went black again.
No, you're just behind.
Oh.
You're lagging
Okay.
that much. But yeah. I can't.
Rifts, I really liked Rifts though. But I like imagine the world where it's like any damn thing is mixed in here. You got like quite literally you have people from Macross, from Robotech, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, from all these other properties. Then you have these Dungeon Dragons type characters, and they're all in this world. It is wacky.
So Wolf says that Roll20 has helped them learn things faster than just with dice and paper. And I think there's something to that because everything is right there at your fingertips, right? And we live in this more like digital age now where people are more often, the accessibility of information is literally at your fingertips. So it's right there. You can just look up the rule in the moment and read it for yourself, and you don't have to have someone teach it to you. Does that make sense? What do y'all think about that?
I think something like Roll20 is basically the only thing that keeps a system like D&D accessible to new players, personally.
No, I think there's some truth to that. I do.
You know, like D&D Beyond, Roll20, that sort of thing. Because I could literally pull any one of you who've never played Delta Green in and sit you down at a table with me and hand you a piece of paper and 2 dice and say we're going to play and you're going to be able to play. I mean, it's you can't do that with D&D.
No.
I'll have to think on that one. Again, it's just I know D&D, so and I'm not the biggest fan of 5th edition, so I don't know. Damn it.
No, I totally get it. So
I can say I'm just glad that I wrote Weird to be easy to play. Like you only have to know, like the first chapter is the rules, and you only have to know like 3 pages of those to know. You roll 2 dice. If you roll doubles, this happens.
yeah.
Mhm.
Weird has gotten really easy to play and pick it up quick and easy. I like that. It's one of the things I like about the Power by Apocalypse games too. Is they're just pick them up and play them. You know, they're really easy to play.
I was thinking about Power by the Apocalypse today, and I got because a friend of mine was running. It's called Iron Sworn,
Yeah.
and we played that with him. And I gotta tell you, I don't. I know that I think that the whole design thing behind it was to try to make a game that is more based on narrative than rules. But the game itself is a rule on making narratives, especially Iron Sworn.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how Jinkies played out.
Yeah.
Jenkins is a
just
lot looser, though, I think. But I don't know. It feels like Powered by Apocalypse may just take the narrative and make it more mechanical than it should be.
I wonder how much of that is on the game master storyteller person, too. Like, I just wonder, like,
well, I
if
mean,
some game storytellers are more mechanically minded, if they're going to move the narrative in a mechanical manner.
Well, some of them, like Iron Sworn, you have no choice. That's the game. You know, you have to, like, okay, as far as when I played it the other day, I've only played it once, but it was roll the dice. This is what happens. Roll the dice. This is what happens. Roll the dice. And this is like, this is the narrative. This is the narrative, you know?
Huh. Interesting.
So you don't actually start off with the narrative in mind. The narrative is created by the dice and how you interpret the dice roll. So it's just it feels like it's a system that is designed to focus on narrative instead of mechanics that has accidentally turned narrative into a mechanic.
that's strange.
That is strange. Let's see.
Yeah, because the other Powered by the Apocalypse games I've played have not been like that.
Yeah, Jenkins is not like that.
Mm-mm.
And like Usagi Yojimbo is Powered by Apocalypse, and it's not like that either. So, well, it gives you the player a little more to help co-op storytelling, but the story itself is not determined by the dice rolls.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like in Jinkies, the characters' actions are kind of tailored by the dice rolls, right? Like the things that happen because of what the characters do. But the story's the story.
Yes, you're still running the story. Now, I think in Jinkies the game master doesn't have as much power. Well, I know it doesn't have as much power as a traditional game master does, and it encourages the cooperative storytelling from the players, which is cool and all. So I'm just saying that outside of it and Usagi Yojimbo, my experience with the Power Apocalypse, it felt like it turned, because we spent more time going, I roll the dice. Hold on, let me read what that means.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what I do. Okay, it's the next turn. Roll the dice. All right, let me see. Okay, so that means that I do this now. And instead of going like, oh, you're fighting out in the wilderness and swinging swords and all this sort of stuff, like telling a narrative, it's all broke down to, I rolled a 6. What does that mean? Oh, I rolled a 7. What does that mean? It does this. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not understanding it appropriately. Like, did you play Ironsworn before?
No, I haven't.
Nope.
Okay. Again, it could be just Ironsworn.
It may be, because there's so many different Powered by the Apocalypse games and styles of playing them, you know? Like the original is just Apocalypse, I think is the name of the game the game system. And all these other ones that are based on it are just powered by, so they're just different takes of the same system.
I don't know. I didn't mean to bring us down. Did I bring us down?
No.
Okay.
No.
What the
I was
hell
over
happened?
here like bitching about D&D being too complicated. That's that was where things started going downhill.
I lost the YouTube for some reason.
You lost the YouTube for some reason? You might have to refresh.
The whole window just closed out.
Oh, your window closed out. Oh, I thought you lost the stream. But
I don't know. But like I said, Jinkies and Usagi Yojimbo do not take that route. Like in Usagi, you say what you're going to do and you roll. Like if you're going to attack, you say, I'm going to attack. Then you roll the attack. And then, depending on if your attack is successful or not, then you as the player can go into the narrative of how your action affected the rest of what's going on.
Interesting.
Hey, there it is. No, is that it?
I don't know. Is that it? So it's been about 2 hours, and we've gotten through quite a bit. Lots of cool stuff. So we'll be back on tomorrow night right here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you ring the bell so you can get notified when we go live tomorrow night. I'll try and get the StreamCord bot fixed as well so that the Discord gets notifications. I don't know why that didn't go off tonight when it was supposed to when we went live, and some other stuff. But unless anybody has anything else, I think we should. You got one more thing?
Yes. Don't forget to motorboat the UFO.
That's right. So, and in order to motorboat the UFO, you just go down there to the bottom of the screen where our stream is, and there's a little thumbs up button. Just pound that thumbs up button. Hit that like button to motorboat the UFOs. And we'll be back tomorrow night at 7:00 for Delta Green Impossible Landscapes finale. So be there tomorrow night for the finale. You don't want to miss this. We are storming the castle. Like literally, we're storming the castle. Actually, I think we kind of stormed
Well,
the
we
castle.
didn't really storm the castle. Like we were admitted to the party and they took our weapons. So it's not like we stormed the place because they took our weapons.
But we're with the king, so it's okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. And it's so much more. Then Friday night, we're back with more Delta Green. And then Saturday, Horde of the Dragon Queen. And next Tuesday, we'll play something. We'll put it in the Discord. So make sure you're in our Discord so that you can figure out what you play. Priority seating to our Patreon members. See how I did that? Plug that Patreon. Go join our Patreon. give us a little support and love over there. Anything from a cup of coffee to, you know, Uncle Rockefeller status.
Yes, and you can check out its fine Corinthian leather as well.
Yes, you can. You can sit in the easy chair with it. And it's great to have all of you with us. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We love you all very much. And as we head out, make sure that you take a good hard look at this beautiful new logo that we have.
Yes, the logo. We
It's
have to get
awesome.
back to it.
Yes, we do. And I heard some rumblings about maybe there being some animation done to this logo soon for the channel. So we might be getting some little animation going on with it. So we're looking forward to showcasing that very soon. So thank you again, Jesse, for the logo. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight and chatting. Thanks, Lindsay, for hanging out with me tonight as well and chatting with me and Jesse. Oh yeah, I'm so used to saying Horde of the Dragon Queen. Thank you, Diamond. It's Rise of Tiamat from the Tyranny of Dragons campaign Saturday, not Horde of the Dragon Queen, which, you know, HODQ is like Ho Dairy Queen. And now the stream goes completely healthy. Now it's back to errored. I don't know what's going on with this. I'll have to research that. Anyway, until next time, folks, we're the United Adventure Company. We love you all so much. Throw them signs. And give us your love back. And yeah, there you go, Jesse. That's perfect. That's perfect. Until next time, folks, we're the United Adventure Company. Stay out of our dungeons. See you tomorrow. Bye, all.
Bye-bye.